Well, welcome Business 20 students. This is Mr. Doucette, and this is your business mathematics course for the fall 2022 session at Norco College. And my name is Mr. Doucette, Eric Doucette, and I will be your instructor for the next 8 weeks as we work through business mathematics. Just want to let you know this class is not hard. It's not difficult. The math is basic math, but it's a little tricky because you are being introduced to new concepts that maybe you've never had to work through before. A lot of word problems, a lot of solving mathematical problems that businesses run into. So it's going to be foreign to many of you. And that's what makes it challenging. I would say about half the students every semester are challenged by this course. And it's partly because, again, it's concepts that maybe they've never been exposed to before. And so it's a little difficult sometimes to wrap your mind around, even though it's all very basic mathematics. And so I'm on this journey with you for 8 weeks, and I did do a lot of different teaching videos. Many of them need to be redone just because the quality is not that great. And so I will be redoing the worst ones this semester as we go. I will be holding Zoom sessions as well to answer questions and to work through some of the problems with you. My goal here, or my encouragement here, is to put the time and effort in to be successful in this course. This is not a class that you can just cruise in. You have to actually put in the effort to do it. Plus, it's an 8-week class. I could see doing this over 16 weeks would be a lot easier, but we're covering anywhere from 2 to 3 chapters each week. So that's 2 to 3 different concepts. And sometimes that can be difficult to grasp one of them, and now you're trying to grasp 3. So just prepare yourself, give yourself plenty of time to work on the assignments, and I'll explain all of that in this video, how the assignments work and how I've outlined it and structured it all. But I just wanted to give that as a little bit of a precursor. The first thing I want to do is show you how to log into Canvas. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. And there is our homepage, or not our homepage, but our Norco College homepage. Now, if you're an RCC or a Moreno Valley College student, you can also log in on your website to Canvas using your college website, or you can just go to rccd.instructure.com, and that's in the syllabus I sent you, that email address under how to log into Canvas. But anyway, I'm just going to go ahead here at the norcocollege.edu website. I'm going to click the About. And then that opens up another menu that has employees. That's where I see it right here. It says Canvas. So I'm going to go ahead and select Canvas. And then it's going to ask me to log in. Now, I'm already registered in there, so it should, I picked the wrong one. It should automatically lead me through the sign-in process. But when you do it, it's going to ask for your sign-in, your not your password, but your user information. That's going to be your email address. And then it's going to ask for your password, which I believe your password is your birth date. So the 2 days of the month, and the 4 dates of your year. Also, there should be a little help or login help link there where you're signing in, and it'll actually tell you exactly what it's looking for the password as far as birth date. Sometimes it's also your student number, but I don't believe that's true at RCCD. But anyway, once you get into Canvas, this is where you'll land, what you're seeing on your screen now, and this is what we call the Canvas dashboard. And this is where all of your classes that you're taking will be hosted. And then if you come down here, I have Business 20's 38320, starts 10/17. That's the class we're in. And this is our class homepage right here. And I've kind of made it fairly simple to navigate our class by breaking it into 4 modules. So every 2 weeks is a new module. Every 2 week covers different materials. It just helps you to kind of navigate through. So the first one would be module number 1. That's where you're going to want to start doing your work. However, if you note, there's a Start Here button, and that's the best place to go right when you first log in, because it's going to show you what you need to do in order to get started. So it's going to explain the class here. There's the welcome video, again, that you're watching right now. It talks about it being an online class. And then right here, if you select this link, it will bring you to another page that will allow you to sign up for the ebook that's attached to the class. Now, there is a fee for that, but that's all you're going to need. You don't need to buy the hard copy of the book unless you want to have one. or you don't need to pay for any access because everything in this class is built into Canvas. And so you can just pay for the ebook. That's the cheapest way to go. So you would just select that, and it's going to bring you through the whole process of signing up by clicking these links. It'll bring you to Cengage. It'll allow you to pay the $40, or at least even have a 14-day free trial or 7-day free trial to get you started. So you can start working right away. You don't have to wait to get a book in the mail. And then I have a little section here on navigating the class if you're using your cell phone, because a lot of students do. So it shows you how to get around with that. And then here's the heart of this, getting started right here. So I'm asking you to, of course, read the syllabus, and that's on the home page. I'll show you that in a second. Watch the welcome video, which you're doing now. And then to take the SLO pretest, which, this is for 20. I have to change that. It should be the Business 20 SLO pretest. So there's a little test that I'd like you to take. It's 10 business mathematics questions, and it's going to be a really good indication of what kind of stuff you'll be covering in this class. So you'll get a feel for that right away. If you don't know the answer, that's fine. Just do the ones you do know the answers to. And then if you don't know the answer, just guess. We're going to be taking this test again at the end of the course. There's also a mandatory check-in assignment, which is just introducing yourself. That's going to be due next Sunday. I had to change that date right there. And then there's getting the textbook. So if you don't want to use the ebook version that I showed you in a minute ago, you can also order a hard copy from Amazon, or you can order a hard copy from the Norco bookstore. Some students like to have the hard copy. That allows them to be able to look at the pages and all that. And I have a hard copy. I prefer it myself. But I also use the e-copy that's attached to the class. And I'll show you how to get to that book in a minute. And then, of course, you get started in Module 1 by selecting Module 1 right here. And it'll bring you to Module 1. And I'll explain that in just a second, how I've laid out each module. But I'm going to go back to the home page real quick. So that was the start here. It's going to tell you how to get started. Right here to the left, this little star-looking thing is the syllabus. So if you ever need to download or just view the syllabus, you can select that. It'll open up the syllabus right here in Canvas. You can scroll through it, or if you want to download a copy, you can. Again, the class is broken into 4 modules, so we're working right off the bat here in Module 1. Down here at the bottom on the left is a Cengage link. It is how you get to the ebook. So once you've registered for the ebook, you just select that and it'll bring you to a page that will bring you to the book. There's some course videos. I've done a lot of videos in this class, pretty much on every topic that we're going to be covering. Some of the videos, as I mentioned, are not all that great, so I'll be redoing them this semester. I'll probably watch them myself each week, and then the ones I feel like need to be changed, I will redo. I've been trying to I'm trying to figure out how to use my iPad to use it as a whiteboard. And there was couple of weeks I forgot my pen, so I'm using my finger, and it's very difficult to read even when I'm writing. So I will fix all that hopefully this semester. And then there's a little help button right here. If you need help from me, my phone number's in there, my email address, all that information, how to contact me. Also, the help desk information is there if you have any technical issues. The Canvas hotline's there if you want to call Canvas. So all that information is at your fingertips. There's also a little forum in there where you can ask questions. There's a course details page right here that just lists what the course is about. It lists, I believe, the objectives and the schedule as well. And then, of course, I have my office hours. So if you want to meet with me during my office hours, you can just select that. It gives you the virtual office hours, Monday and Tuesday, as well as when I'm actually on campus in my office on campus. So those are the various buttons. I know you can barely see the office hours one behind my picture, but that's where that's at. So anyway, so that's how you navigate the course. So let's go ahead and go to module number 1. And I'm going to show you how I've arranged this course so that it's easy for you to flow through it. Again, this is not a course you can cruise in. You do need to work through the study section in order to understand the principles and concepts that we're going to be looking at. So what I've done here is I have a little link here. It says how to prepare for successfully completing your coursework. So it's where I'm going through and explaining each section again. You have to complete that. You must mark it as done in order to move on to the next one. There's a read me first. There's one of those every week. So it's just kind of giving you the context of these math problems in the context of business. And so it kind of helps hopefully make some sense of some of the math that you're doing. There's also Sienna. Now, Sienna is a young business owner, and Sienna owns a health and fitness store. And everything in this class is going to be surrounding Sienna. So you're going to be helping Sienna work through all the various types of math problems that she will encounter in the course of her business. And so it's all been put in the context of this health and fitness store. And so hopefully that's going to help you to make sense of why you're doing what you're doing and why you're working through the problems that you're working through. And so you'll follow her story every week. You're going to be doing the Read Me first, the Meet Sienna, and once you've completed all these, you're going to mark them as done at the bottom of the page. So let me go back to Meet Sienna. If you come down here, it says, oh, it's not set up yet, but there'll be a button down here that says Mark as Done, and once you select that Mark as Done, it will allow you to go to the next page. So anyway, so that's the first part. So you want to do these Read Me firsts right off every week. Do those right off the bat. There's usually going to be 2 of them. And then as you come into the study section, what I've done is created a study page for each chapter. And so each study page has a number of different resources. The first resource is what areas of the textbook to review. So in this case, in chapter 3, you should review these sections here. Example 1 on pages 65 through 67, example 2 on pages 67 through 68. And so it's going to go through and it's going to help you to know exactly what to study. Not every chapter you have to study everything, just the areas that I'm identifying right here in the study page. So go to the study page, print it out, go to the textbook or open a second window and open your ebook and work through some of these problems here. This is going to, I guarantee you, if you just go through the study review section and you do what I'm suggesting, you will get about 90% of what you need to get without having to watch any videos or anything like that. But there is a PowerPoint as well. And so most of the chapters, this one I didn't do it, most of the chapters will actually tell you what slides to actually look at that relate to those areas that are on the PowerPoint slides. So you can open the PowerPoint slide, look at the slides being recommended. You might want to work through the assessment test at the end of the chapter. And there's also some YouTube videos if you need any help. So these are there just to help you. Like in this case, we're doing decimal arithmetic, these first chapters. So there's some videos on how to do that. There's fractions to decimals, which a lot of students have forgotten by now in college. So you might want to work through a few of those. Also, I don't have any on this first module because I didn't feel like it was necessary, but typically there's a video by me as well. So I will put the video right here at the end of the study section. I'll show you that in the next week's module. But anyway, once you've kind of figured hey, I got a good idea of what these kind of problems are going to be, then you can go ahead and take the quiz that's associated with. So I'm going to go ahead and go back to the modules here. I'm going to come down. Let's go ahead and look at next week's module in chapter 6. And I'm going to show you, again, the same thing here. I have the study sections of the book to study, and I have the PowerPoint slides to review that specifically go with those examples. And then notice right here, I have a video of me explaining the portion and percent formula. So right here, I'm explaining how to do the problems that you're going to be encountering in the chapter. So you might want to view that before you do any of the work. Anyway, so to go back to the module, so again, that was week 2, but module week 1. So you're going to be doing that for all 3 of the chapters this week. Chapter 3 is on decimals. Chapter 4 is on checking accounts, which you're going to be balancing a few checking accounts. I don't have very many questions on that. And then the big one in this first week is using equations to solve business problems. Now that is a little bit of basic algebra. It's solving for the unknown variable. If you remember doing that, you know how to do that, you'll have no problem at all. If you've never done that before, I actually give you quite a bit of information in the Read Me First, I believe, on how to do that. And so, yeah, I get into chapter 5 and I give you some great examples on how to do the solving for the unknown. But anyway, you're going to do the Read Me first, Meet the Sienna second, and then you're going to work through these study sections. And then once you feel like, hey, I got that down, go ahead and take the quiz right there on those 3 chapters. And there's going to be, I think, 10 questions on the first quiz. But at the subsequent quizzes are only 6 questions, and some of them are fill-in questions, just so that you know. Anyway, so that's how the class is going to work. So each week, do the Read Me First section. Mark those all as done. I even put the announcement video in there every week. And then go ahead and do the study section next. Work through the different chapters and the concepts. I also provided a formula sheet each week that's unique to that week's work, as well as a tips solving word problems for that week. And then this is the big thing I want you to know about is every week there is a check-in assignment. Now the check-in assignment is you're helping Sienna solve some problems. And the check-in assignment is basically working through the different concepts of this particular chapter's concepts or mathematical problems. And what you do with the check-in assignment is you don't have to get them right. You just have to make your best shot at answering the questions. And then if you submit your check-in assignment by Thursday, I will grade it by Friday, Saturday, so that way you can make whatever changes you need to or corrections you need to before you take the quiz, or if you're taking an exam, before you take the exam. So check-in assignments are kind of the way in which I introduce you to the concepts, and we kind of dialogue back and forth on how to do the math on those particular problems. So this is really the heart of the work of the class, is these check-in assignments. And every week, if you get them done by Thursday, I will comment and give you feedback and corrections by Friday, Saturday. So that's how the class is laid out. I apologize that this video is going long. It's 15 minutes now. I think I've gotten to enough for this first video. I will be doing more each week, and I'll be explaining that week's concepts in those various videos that I do every week. So have a great start to class, everybody. Looking forward to a great semester. If you need anything, don't hesitate to get a hold of me.